Is this really the last night for the Transformers franchise? Find out in my review of Transformers: The Last Night. Hello everyone, it's me Ben Almaden and welcome to Entertainment Zone. I'm here now for my review of the fifth entry in the Transformers franchise, Transformers: The Last Night. Okay, so after what I have to consider as a shoddy fourth entry in the series, The Last Night is better, but not by much. To be honest, it's still a pretty disappointing movie. I have such mixed opinions on the Transformers franchise. I loved the first film and the third film. The second and fourth I really hated. So I had high hopes for this film, especially with some of the big names in it. But after seeing it, I'm starting to think, either we need to bring new writers in or it's time for Michael Bay to step aside as director, because this film franchise is starting to feel a little muddled and sloppy now. So Mark Wahlberg returns as Cade Yeager. He's a fugitive on the run in this film because he's been protecting the Transformers. But he soon gets brought in to a much larger chain of events that date all the way back to Arthurian times. And I've got to say, Mark Wahlberg is a great actor, but however, I thought he was pretty poor in Age of Extinction. However, he's really great in this film. His character's a lot more fleshed out in this film. He has some great comedy moments, and is the cool Mark Wahlberg we all know. And we have a new female character this time around. Instead of Cade's daughter, we actually have Vivian, played by Laura Haddock. And she's a pretty good addition to the cast. She's like an expert in history. She's a pretty intelligent, feisty female. And the rapport that she and Cade have together is pretty good. However, understandably, it's new addition Anthony Hopkins that steals the film. I mean, the man's a legend. He is really a legend. And his character, Edmund, serves as a mentor to Cade and Vivian. And again, he gets some really funny moments. There's a whole range of Transformers as ever in this film. Some of them do feel forced into the plot, even Megatron. To be honest, I'm not really sure why Megatron was really in the film at this point. But the CGI on the Transformers themselves look impressive as ever. And there's no denying that Michael Bay knows how to deliver, big blockbuster action sequences. It's what he does best. And the visuals don't disappoint in this film. There's no denying it takes a lot of skill to do something like that. So hats off to Bay for that. However, what the film is lacking in is a decent plot. The story's actually pretty poor. The Arthurian opening in the first act was great, and we have all this mythology set in the times of King Arthur and Merlin, and that was really cool, something really different that we haven't seen in Transformers before. But then as we get into the first act, that's not too bad either. We catch up with Cade and meet the new characters, and that's okay. But then as the film goes on, certainly to when it gets to its climax, the plot gets very muddled. There's plot holes in the film. There's things that are just... I know we're talking about a film about giant alien robots fighting each other, but things get a little bit, really, quite far-fetched. The villain of the film is also pretty poor. I won't go into it because I'm not going to go into spoilers here. If you've seen the film, you'll know who I'm on about. But I thought the villain was poor, as is the lack of Optimus Prime in the film. And the fact that when Prime is in the film, he's possessed by the villain. It's just like, really? This is the best you can do? To be honest, folks, I would say wait for this one to come to DVD. For me, it's a very poor entry, like Transformers 2 and 4. I haven't really got much to say on the film. There was a couple of moments that made me laugh. You know, the visuals are good, but there's only so many times that you can see big robots fighting in a certain way or place that doesn't feel a bit stale and repetitive. I don't know how the franchise should move forward. Do a film set on Cybertron, reboot, or just disappear altogether. I really don't know. But you know, every time, I think since Transformers 2, I want to say, Michael Bay has been saying, you know, that's it for me in the Transformers franchise. He said it this time, and, you know, I kind of hope he means it. So if you've seen Transformers The Last Night, let me know what you thought of the film in the comments. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And what do you think should be the future of the franchise for Transformers? And don't forget, for all the latest film news and reviews, you can subscribe to us here on YouTube. I'm on Twitter at BLMaiden, and Entertainment Zone's on Tumblr at entertainmentzone.tumblr.com. Okay guys, so until next time, take care and speak to you soon.